You're born because of a prophecy, not about you, about your mother. Your mother is Thetis, a sea nymph, one of the 50 Nereids, daughters of the ancient sea god Nereus. She is stunningly beautiful, and both Zeus, king of the gods, and Poseidon, god of the sea, are competing for her hand in marriage. But then a prophecy is revealed. The son of Thetis will be greater than his father. Zeus and Poseidon both immediately back away. Neither god wants to risk having a child who could overthrow them, just as they had overthrown their own father Cronus. So Zeus makes a decision. Thetis will marry a mortal. Your father is Peleus, king of Phthia in northern Greece, a hero who sailed with the Argonauts, a mortal man who will never threaten the gods. Thetis does not want to marry a human. She resists by shape-shifting into fire, water, a raging lioness, and a serpent. But Peleus holds on tight until she finally gives in. Their wedding is held on Mount Pelion. All the gods are invited, except one. Eris, the goddess of discord, is left out. She shows up anyway and throws a golden apple into the crowd inscribed with the words, "To the fairest." 3 goddesses, Hera, Athena, and Aphrodite, all claim the apple. The resulting argument will eventually lead to the Trojan War, but that comes later. Right now, you are born. And your mother, horrified that her son will be mortal and not immortal like her, decides to fix it. She dips you in the river Styx, the river that runs through the underworld. Any part of your body that touches the water becomes invulnerable, but she holds you by your left heel. That one spot never touches the water. You're invincible, except for one tiny, fragile place, and your mother, unable to bear living with a mortal husband, eventually leaves. She returns to the sea with her sisters. You are raised by Chiron, the wisest of all centaurs, on Mount Parnassus. He teaches you how to fight, how to heal wounds, and how to play music, and he tells you about the prophecy. Not the one about your mother, the one about you. You will have a choice. Live a long, quiet, uneventful life in obscurity, or gain glory and die young. You choose glory. When the Trojan War is about to begin, your mother panics. She knows what choice you made. She knows you will go to war, and she knows you will die there. So she hides you. She takes you to the island of Syros and disguises you as a girl among the daughters of King Lycomedes. You live there under the name Pyrrha, the red-haired girl. While you're there, you begin a relationship with one of the king's daughters, Didamia. You father 2 sons with her, Neoptolemus and Oneirus. But the Greeks need you. The prophet Calchas has declared that Troy cannot be taken without Achilles. So Odysseus comes to Syros disguised as a peddler. He spreads out his wares, jewelry, dresses, fine fabrics, and hidden among them a shield and a spear. You instantly reach for the weapons. Odysseus sees through your disguise immediately, and you go to war. For 9 years you fight. You are the greatest warrior the Greeks have. You lead the Myrmidons, your father's tribe from Phthia. You're unstoppable. You ravage the countryside around Troy. You capture 12 cities. You kill countless Trojan soldiers. And then, in the 10th year, everything falls apart. King Agamemnon, leader of the Greek forces, takes a woman named Chryseis as a war prize. Her father is a priest of Apollo. He begs Agamemnon to return his daughter. Agamemnon refuses. Apollo sends a plague that decimates the Greek camp. You publicly call out Agamemnon and demand he return Chryseis to end the plague. Agamemnon finally agrees, but he is furious at being humiliated. So he takes your war prize instead, a woman named Briseis. You are enraged, dishonored, insulted, so you withdraw from the war. You refuse to fight. You sit in your tent while the Greeks lose battle after battle. The Trojans, led by Prince Hector, push the Greeks all the way back to their ships. Your fellow Greeks beg you to return. Odysseus himself leads a delegation. They offer you gifts, apologies, anything. You refuse. Your closest friend is Patroclus. You grew up together, trained together. He has been by your side since childhood. Patroclus watches the Greeks being slaughtered. He watches the Trojans setting fire to the Greek ships, and he cannot stand it anymore. He begs you to let him fight in your place. You agree. You lend him your armor, your chariot, your men. The Trojans see what they think is Achilles returning to battle, and they panic. Patroclus drives them back from the ships. He kills many Trojan warriors, including Sarpedon, a son of Zeus. But Patroclus does not stop when you told him to. He chases the Trojans all the way to the walls of Troy. Apollo, who supports the Trojans, intervenes. He stuns Patroclus, knocking off his helmet. Hector sees his chance. He kills Patroclus with a spear through the torso. As Patroclus dies, he tells Hector that Achilles will kill him. When you hear that Patroclus is dead, you scream. Your grief is so intense that your mother Thetis hears it from the depths of the ocean and comes to you. You tell her you are going to kill Hector. Even though you know killing Hector means your own death will follow soon after, she cannot talk you out of it. So instead she goes to Hephaestus, the god of the forge, and asks him to make you new armour. He creates a masterpiece, a shield decorated with images of the entire world. Armour stronger and more beautiful than anything a mortal could make. You put it on, and you return to war. You tear through the Trojan army like a force of nature. You slaughter so many men that the river Scamander becomes clogged with bodies. The river god himself rises up and tries to drown you in retaliation. Hera and Hephaestus intervene, setting the river on fire to save you. You do not care, you only want one thing, Hector. Hector waits for you outside the gates of Troy. His parents beg him to come inside the walls, to hide, to let someone else fight you. He refuses. But when he sees you coming, rage blazing in your eyes, he runs. You chase him 3 times around the walls of Troy. Then Athena, disguised as Hector's brother Deiphobus, tricks him into thinking he has backup. Hector stops running. He turns to face you. You hurl your spear. Hector dodges it. But Athena brings the spear back to your hand without Hector noticing. Hector throws his spear. It bounces harmlessly off your divine shield. He reaches for another weapon from Deiphobus. But Deiphobus is gone. It was Athena the entire time. Hector realizes he has been tricked. He realizes he's going to die. He asks you for one thing. Return his body to his family for a proper burial. You refuse. You drive your spear into his throat. As he dies, Hector prophesies that Paris and Apollo will kill you at the gates of Troy. You do not care. You strip Hector's armour, you tie his ankles to your chariot with the belt Ajax once gave him, and you drag his corpse through the dirt around the walls of Troy while his family watches and screams from the walls. For 12 days you drag Hector's body around Patroclus's tomb. The gods protect the corpse from decay, but you do not stop. Finally, Hector's father, King Priam, comes to your tent in the middle of the night, an old man alone begging for his son's body. He kisses your hands, the hands that killed his son, and something breaks in you. You return the body. You allow a truce for Hector's funeral. Not long after, you are at the gates of Troy. Some say you were fighting, some say you were negotiating peace and planning to marry the Trojan princess Polyxena. Paris, Hector's brother, draws his bow. Apollo guides the arrow. It strikes you in your left heel, the only part of your body that is not invulnerable. You fall. The greatest warrior who ever lived, brought down by a single arrow to the weakest part of your body, you're cremated on a funeral pyre. Your ashes are mixed with those of Patroclus, just as he requested in a dream. A massive tomb is built for you on the beach at Troy. You are the greatest warrior in Greek history, undefeated in battle, feared by every enemy, worshipped like a god. But you were born because the gods were afraid of what your mother might create. You were given a choice between a long life and glory, and you chose glory knowing exactly what it would cost. You spent 9 years fighting a war. You lost your closest friend because you were too proud to let go of an insult, and when you finally got your revenge, it did not bring Patroclus back. It just made you a monster who desecrated a corpse in front of a grieving family. You knew how you would die. You knew when. You knew where. And you walked into it anyway. Because glory was the only thing you ever valued, and glory does not care if you are happy. It only cares that people remember your